This is Tavistock North, and this is the station's master. His name is Ron Hooper, and he's been here for 12 years now. However, for 8 of those 12 years, Ron's role has not been a particularly busy one. You see, trains don't come here anymore. The place was chopped by the Beeching Axe back in 1968. And so this is probably the only station in the world with a master, but no trains. For when British Rail and its passengers deserted it, Ron didn't. Just like the captain who refused to leave the sinking ship, Ron stayed on at Tavistock North. He isn't, of course, still on British Rail's payroll. In fact, quite the opposite applies. He pays them for the privilege of living here. In many ways, it's a sad sort of place. There are the platforms, once bustling with up to 800 people each week, now deserted and forlorn. There's the signal box, once an integral part of a world-famous railway, now just a rather tatty monument to a bygone age. And on the track that used to carry all those people and all those trains, nothing but a lot of weeds and rambling buddleia, forming a rather eerie garden for Ron and his wife Liz. Nevertheless, this is where Ron's railway career came to a halt, and this is where he decided to stay. It must have been very strange, though, suddenly finding yourself on a station with no trains and no people anymore.
Yes, it was rather, particularly in view of the fact that I liked to mix with the people, and very often I used to stand here and literally see, in inverted commas, see the trains coming through, particularly the steam ones, because latterly we went over to diesel, and there certainly wasn't the interest in those that there was in steam.
Even though there wasn't a line here, you still used to see the trains?
Even though there wasn't a line here, I used to see the trains, and it was a long time before I could get out of the job of looking each way. If I wanted to cross the line, it was an awful job to get out of the way of looking each way from being used to having to do that.
When the trains were here?
When the trains were here, that's right.
You say you enjoyed the people who used to come on the station.
Yes.
What sort of people used to use the station?
Oh, we had all kinds of people, because there's quite a large catchment area, quite a lot of gentry. It was also used a lot for the prison service, Dartmoor prison.
Really? You had prisoners on the station?
Yes, yes. This gate here, for instance, before I came here, the prisoners from going into Dartmoor would come here. They wouldn't go out through the public entrance, the public exit. They would come here, and at that time they would be handcuffed to warders, and that gate was used for them so that they wouldn't mix with the public.
Slipped it around the side?
Slipped out of the side, that's right, yes, yes.
What do you call that gate?
We call that, we christened that Traitor's Gate, or Villain's Gate. Calling G3IGK, G3OWL. Calling G3IGK, G3OWL. This is a G3SCW in Tavistock. G3SCW in Tavistock, calling you and listening.
The station isn't Ron's only link with his railway past. He still speaks to his former colleagues up the line. Only these days it's wearing his other hat as chairman of British Rail's Amateur Radio Society. His network stretches from Sydney to Scunthorpe, and on this station, the only signal he has to worry about is his own.
The weather here is, well, it's a very, very poor morning. It's been raining since quite early on. It's cold. And,
Happy as they are, Ron's railway reunions with his old mates are a far cry from the days when he really was station master. In those days, the railways meant employment for 15 people in Tavistock and gave the inhabitants of this attractive market town a vital rail link with Plymouth and London's Waterloo. And in memory of the man whose axe led to the extinction of the station master, Ron has added his own personal touch to Tavistock North. It's a novel kind of epitaph, but at least it ensures that in this part of Britain, Lord Beeching will never be forgotten.